All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Los Angeles Lakers Daily, where we post daily Los Angeles Lakers content. I think this is one of, if not my favorite Lakers hypothetical trade. It's regarding Mo Bamba. So apparently Orlando, according to Jake Fisher with Bleacher Report, apparently Orlando is asking for first round picks in return for Terrence Ross, Gary Harris, Mo Bamba, and rival teams are optimistic that those prices are going to drop to 2 second-rounders as the Magic ultimately accepted for Evan Fournier last trade deadline. So Mo Bamba on the Lakers, I really like it. But before we go any further in this video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're aiming for 250 subs, about 30 away or something like that. So if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, dropping a comment, your thoughts on this trade. Here is the actual trade. It is Talen Horton-Tucker and Kent Bazemore for Mo Bamba and 2 second-round picks. So those 2 second-round picks that the Lakers are acquiring in this trade, I mean, that doesn't really entice me. What I like about this is it's young player for young player. And keep in mind, actually, Mo Bamba has 2 years left on his contract at only $7.5 million. So you got to imagine you're going to get at least 2 playoff runs with Mo. And then also, if you were to get rid of Russell Westbrook this upcoming season, Mo Bamba's salary, like it makes it almost easier for the Lakers. So Mo Bamba this season, first off, Mo is only 23 years old. He'll turn 24 on May 12th. So 23. He's been in the league for a handful of years though. So I know that age is a little young, and I know LeBron isn't a huge fan of acquiring and just having like very young players on his team. But I think Mo, the season he's having right now, has been very solid. But you look at his just kind of stats, like, I mean, even just like his own, like how tall he is, 7 feet. I mean, he's got an almost 8-foot wingspan, literally has a wingspan of 7 feet and 10 inches. But this season, he's seen an uptick in minutes, about 28 minutes per game. He's averaging a very nice 10 points, almost 9 rebounds, and over 2 blocks per game. He's also shooting a good, consistent shooter, shooting about 47% from the field in his career. A career 33% shooter. Is shooting about 33% from downtown this season. He's also averaging about 4 threes per game, so he's taking threes, can help spread that court. I think Mo Bamba is a very nice piece for this team. Now, real quick, that proposed trade, I'm not a huge fan of it just because I would ideally like to put DeAndre Jordan in for Kent Bazemore. I think that would be something a little bit more enticing for me because DeAndre Jordan, I mean, and I talk about this in like every Lakers video I make, he's doing absolutely nothing for me this season. I think he has been just terrible. I think he's at that point in his career where he isn't really doing much and he can't really provide you with much. So if the Lakers ever like rely on DeAndre Jordan, I mean, you kind of know they're in a pickle at that point because that's just not a good idea whatsoever. So Kent Bazemore, I like what he brings offensively. I mean, he can even play a little bit of defense. He knows his role. He's a savvy veteran. He can score when he needs to. He can just play his role. So I would ideally like the Lakers to keep Kent Bazemore. But as I alluded to in my video earlier today, talking about how the Lakers like kind of desperately need to make a trade relatively soon before it's too late, Talen Horton-Tucker is almost, just kind of like the draft asset they have. I mean, he's kind of it. This trade, I would imagine Mo Bamba, like I said, the Magic, they're looking for first-round picks. I would imagine Mo Bamba is actually going to get a bunch of trade offers, a bunch of trade attention closer towards the deadline on February 10th. And I bet there's going to be some enticing offers that definitely are going to include first-round picks and maybe even like a younger, kind of low-risk, high-reward type of player. The thing is, Talen Horton-Tucker, I'm huge on him, man. I'm absolutely huge on him. And I know the Lakers are getting kind of shafted in this deal because I have, like, my value for Talen is really high. I think he's one hell of a basketball player. When LeBron James is out, I mean, Talen's literally coming and dropping at least 20. Like, there's nights where he's even dropping 30 pieces with LeBron James not on that court. He needs the ball in his hands, and with LeBron, with Russ, it's kind of hard for him to have the ball in his hands, pretty much ever right now. So I think Talen would be a very enticing draft prospect. or not even draft prospect, just young prospect. Another one of those low risk, high rewards. Mo Bamba, most likely, I don't see him staying in Orlando past his contract. So looking at it, $7.5 million for the next 2 years. Taylor's on a little less than $10 million for the next 3 years. It might be the perfect swap, man. It might be the perfect swap, just kind of young talent for young talent. But I think Mo Bamba's at a point in his career right now where he could help the Lakers a lot more. I think just defensively, even outside of the stat sheet, let's say Mo Bamba didn't even average 2 blocks per game. I think just his defensive presence, having a 7-footer on the roster, having a guy whose wingspan's almost 8 feet, is going to do wonders. I mean, that's going to do wonders for any basketball team, and especially the Lakers right now, who this entire season have just desperately been struggling from downtown. They've been struggling from downtown as well, but defensively, man, they have been just an absolute nightmare. It has not been pretty whatsoever. So let me know what you guys think about this trade. Like I said, I would obviously accept this, but I'm sure both teams could get more. I know the Magic could get more for Mo, and I bet the Lakers could get more for Taylor. So let me know some thoughts down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys later.